Hi, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name is Sean Harvey, and today we're going to be talking about how a bully becomes a bully. Now, there are many ways of how that can happen, but today we're going to be talking about one way of how this can happen. Okay? Now, how this can happen is when a person, right, wants to impress their peer group. Maybe they want to get involved in this particular group of children, right? Maybe it's a popular group of kids, or maybe there's something that you have in common with this group, right? Maybe you like a favorite team, or or just the way you guys dress, the swag, and so forth. You just want to hang out with this group. So to get in on the group, you're gonna try to fit in, right? And it's possible you may be pretending, okay? And a lot of children pretend, which is why it's very difficult to try to really come up with a solution to this because most people are pretending, okay? So most people pretend, and then they pretend, guess what? That they're not pretending. So it all looks real, okay? Now, what happens is when this person wants to fit in this group, maybe the group leader may be very popular, and the group leader may be bullying other children by calling them names, maybe pushing them around physically, or there may be rumors that this person puts out to try to make other people look bad. So what you try to do is you try to get in on that group, and then you have to show your status by either teasing other children, or physically pushing children around so that the people in your group can say, "Hey, yeah, man, you're a cool dude, man. You could rock with us," right? Now, I remember when I was younger, man, we were, I think it was either in primary school or maybe early high school. And what we used to do back in that day, we used to always want to do push-ups, and we would focus on how we look because, to be honest with you, the stronger you look, it seemed like people just didn't want to mess with you. So you know what? That's a good clue for those people who want to avoid bullying and improve your confidence. Is work on your physique. Do a lot of push-ups. Do a lot of sit-ups. Work on making your body stronger. Okay. Now that is helpful, right? It may not, solve all your problems because like me, I teach martial arts, so you also want to increase your fighting IQ as well, or your self protection IQ. But developing your body and making yourself look fit and healthy, people probably would think there's a harder fight for you. So that's something that you can do. So when we were younger, man, we used to, we used to, do push-ups, and we always used to look at each other. But when we were in the changing room, boys are boys. You know what I'm saying? So we all want to be tough, like what I mean. We all want to show that, hey, you know what, I can hang, right? So let's say, for instance, there's a one of the boys in the group or in the class may not be into fitness. You know what I mean? He's just who he is. You know what I mean? Maybe he's just this chubby boy, right? One day what we did was when this guy was changing his clothes and putting on his PE clothes, we hid his top from him. So when he took his school clothes off and he went to find his PE top, he couldn't find it. So everybody was laughing. Everybody was laughing at how chubby his stomach looked, and how his chest was all flabby, right? So everybody was laughing, right? So guess what? That's form of bullying, right? So and people would laugh at him and say, "Look at your stomach, you're weak," and they start doing name calling, right? So all of this stuff goes on. I remember this. So, and there are two types of responses that that person can do. They either can cry or feel dejected, and they may want to just fold up and try to disappear from life, or they can fight back. They can want to fight everybody that's in the room. Okay, because why? Because they're embarrassed. One of the things you need to understand is that the only reason why someone would want to fight you is either because they're hurt, right? They're embarrassed, right? Or they're fearful. Okay. So that's one of the real reasons why someone will really want to fight you. So if you can avoid hurting people's feelings, if you can avoid doing the name calling and or embarrassing them, or maybe they're afraid of you, right? then that's the reason why this person will want to fight you. So if you can stop doing those things, they won't want to fight you, right? But these things can happen, right? And I remember the child was so dejected, and so embarrassed. Now, let me tell you something about strong suits. Okay, everybody has a strong suit, and strong suits were developed, right? Which were developed unconsciously. It wasn't like you subconsciously did it. You did a trial and error. So let's say, for instance, in this story, we have a child who's now showing his body. He's got this flabby stomach, flabby chest, and everyone's teasing about how his body looks. Based on his strong suit, some children, let's say for instance he had the strong suit that he just laughed with everybody, right? Let's say that he just laughed it off, so everybody was teasing him about how flabby his body was, but he didn't let it bother him. He just laughed at everybody else, right? And that's how he was able to diffuse that situation. So some people have a different strong suit. Their strong suit may be, look, I'm going to tell you, hey, look, I'm going to survive. I'm going to use my fist to solve my problem. So it just depends on your strong suit. So it's so important that you become aware of how you overcome a situation or circumstances that may be negative to you. Okay, so you have to practice and be aware of this. But being able to laugh things off, that is a good way to not allow negative experiences to have an impact on your life. Because any negative experience that you have or any negative meaning that you put to an experience is only going to lower your confidence and lower your self-esteem, and now you're going to isolate yourself. You're not going to even want to come into the PE room anymore. You're not going to want to change your clothes. You're not even want to hang out with your friends anymore, because now you're getting into depression. Now you're getting into low self-esteem because you don't want to be around anybody anymore, because now you're aware of that there's something wrong with you. But if you had the ability to be able to laugh that off, and when everybody's teasing you, and you just laugh, I'm not saying this is what you have to do, but this is an option. You have to figure this out for yourself. But you remember, you have to survive. You have to, and that's what your strong suits do. Your strong suit allows you to be able to survive in a situation that is going against you, and you find a certain way of how you can survive in that situation. So some people just laugh it off. Okay. Other people, they may just ignore it. They just don't even say anything. I've seen that too. I've seen people just don't, everybody's laughing, just ignore it. And then they say, hey, where's my shirt, guys? Where's my shirt, guys? And everybody's, everybody's laughing, right? And then you just go quiet. You just sit there. Or you just put on another shirt. You just ignore everybody. These are options of how you can overcome these situations. Okay. So the key is survival. You can't fight everybody in the room, right? That may not be your best option. Okay. So the best way to win a fight is not to fight at all, right? And if you can find other ways to beat people, then that's cool. Like I've seen, which I really won't recommend, but it may, because what it does, it keeps the problem there. But I've seen people, if they say you got a flabby stomach, you say, well, hey, you're not perfect yourself, right? But it could be how you answer it back. You may not answer it back like you're angry or you're shouting, but you can just say in a calm way, you're not perfect yourself, star. You know what I mean? That might change the dynamics in the room. So the key is work on strategies of how you can survive out here when things don't go your way, and also remember that this is how a bully becomes a bully. So sometimes you can tell when this person is trying to impress other people. You know what I mean? So you could say in a kind way, you know what? Hey, come on, man. I know you're trying to impress those guys over there, but come on, man. You know what I mean? Or don't say anything. Just laugh it off, or just ignore it and walk away. All right? These are all good strategies to allow you to survive in a situation so you get home safe. Okay? So that is one way of how a person can become a bully. So now you are more aware of what's going on around you, and so you can be better prepared when you go to school. And remember, work on your suits, your strong suits. Sometimes your strong suits work against you. The only problem with strong suits is that you only use them when you were threatened, right? But unfortunately, when you're not being threatened, you end up using the strong suits so they can become annoying to people who are not even threatening you. They're just trying to help you. But so just remember, the best way to survive anything in life is to control your emotions, right? Allow your head to control your emotions instead of your emotions control your head. Okay? If you got anything out of this message, remember to like, subscribe, and to share this to as many people as possible who want to know how to survive bullying and to develop a winning mindset, right? And a super successful mind that allows them to navigate this complicated world. And I'll see you on the next video.